I wanted to get your response to some comments from Senator Sanders over the weekend. He said the president has every right to be proud of his record, but he seemed to suggest that the president should spend less time touting his record and Bidenomics and more time speaking to the anxieties of Americans who are still struggling in the current economy. He said Democrats up and down the line are going to have to be much clearer to the American people as to what they stand for. I wonder if you have any reaction to that.
So look, first, we're very thankful to Senator Sanders for certainly being partners with us in passing some of the key pillars of Bidenomics, right? When you think about the key pieces of legislation, historical pieces of legislation that had led to unemployment being under 4%, when it led to millions of jobs being created, when it leads to middle class really rebuilding that middle class, not leaving anyone behind. Certainly, Senator Sanders has been a key partner, and we really appreciate the efforts that his leadership, I should say, in Congress in making that happen. And so, look, we agree with the senator, right? When it comes to what we're doing is just the beginning, right? This is part of trying to make sure that we do build a middle class, that we build an economy from the bottom up, middle out. That is incredibly important to this president. That's why he has said that the last 2 years. It's not just the last 2 years. He doesn't believe in trickle-down economics. He knows that doesn't work. And so when it comes to the president going out there and talking to the American people directly to let them know what this administration has been able to do with the help of senators like Sanders, I think it's important. We think it's important for them to hear directly from this administration. And so, look, we think there's more work to do. We're going to hear from this president this week about how he's going to continue to lower costs, right? Lower healthcare costs for Americans, something that the president, has been leading on, and his administration has continuously put out ways to do that. Inflation Reduction Act, how it's going to be able to help Americans lower costs, healthcare costs, how it's going to be able to make sure seniors are not paying more than $35 on insulin. All of those things are key. They're critical. They're important. And so the work continues. The work continues. And so we agree with the senator. Yes, the work continues. And hopefully we can continue to work together with him on getting that done, getting more done for the American people and American families.
More obstacles are now in the way of the Senate and House. Congressional lawmakers are now raising the odds of a government shutdown, which would happen in just 1 month. Republicans are demanding more provisions to be added to the bill before an agreement can be reached. Dear friends, this could negatively affect millions of Americans, so please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter this week's giveaway, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dearest friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Senate Republicans are signaling that they are in no mood to back conservative members of the House Freedom Caucus, who are demanding major concessions from Democrats in the annual spending bills. So this is now raising the chances of a government shutdown happening this fall. Senate Republicans stood firmly behind House Speaker Kevin McCarthy earlier this year, when he demanded spending cuts and other reforms in exchange for raising the nation's debt limit. But with the battle for future control of the Senate heating up, sources say House Republicans should not expect the same support for their efforts to lower the top-line annual discretionary spending number from the level agreed to by Speaker McCarthy and President Biden in late May. Nor will House conservatives get much help from Senate Republican leaders on insisting that ambitious conservative priorities be attached to spending legislation. David Clearly, a former senior Senate GOP aide, said Senate Republicans are going to want to avoid a shutdown. Senate Republican aides say there is not any interest within the Senate GOP conference to push spending bills that do not have any chance of picking up enough Democratic votes in order to overcome the chamber's usual 60-vote threshold. Senate GOP aides point out that Senator Susan Collins, the senior Republican on the Senate Appropriations Committee, has worked well with Senator Patty Murray, the Democratic chairwoman, in order to pass all 12 spending bills out of the committee with overwhelming bipartisan votes. Patty Murray and Susan Collins have an agreement to keep unpersuasive language off the spending bills to keep them on track. For example, Senate sources say Murray dissuaded Senator Chris Van Hollen from adding language to the Financial Services and General Government Appropriations Bill requiring the Supreme Court to adopt a judicial code of conduct. Goldman Sachs has warned clients in a report that it now views a government shutdown later this year as more likely than not. The House Freedom Caucus has also issued a statement today calling for defense and non-defense funding levels for fiscal 2024 to be lowered to the fiscal 2022 levels of $1.47 trillion. That is well below the $1.59 trillion spending cap set by President Biden and Kevin McCarthy. Senate Republicans are worried that adding policy riders that are non-starters with Democrats to the spending bills will only delay them, leading to a backlog of legislation this December. Dear friends, what are your thoughts on this? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Time is also running out for Congress to reauthorize a massive agriculture and nutrition spending package, which is known as a Farm Bill. But top Senate leaders are already bracing for lawmakers to strike a deal well after its deadline next month. Last week, Mitch McConnell told Kentucky Farm Bureau the bill will be late, but said lawmakers will figure it out. Senator Debbie Stabenow, the chairwoman of the Senate Agriculture Committee, also downplayed the need for Congress to act urgently, pointing out that lawmakers failed to timely pass the bill in 2018 as well. So while major programs like SNAP can continue to operate, programs that rely on mandatory funding authorizations through the spending package may take a massive hit. More than 27 million Americans are living in households that have not had adequate food in the last week. That is up 11% from just the first 2 weeks of January. The food assistance program is estimated to cost more than $1 trillion over the next decade. With the Farm Bill deadline looming, hunger relief advocates are not optimistic that the bill will pass this year. Joel Berg, the CEO of the advocacy group Hunger Free America, said, "The House is so closely divided that he does not think House Speaker Kevin McCarthy will be able to push a moderate enough to get the support of the Senate or President Biden." Well, my greatest and most beautiful friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Monday. My dear friends, thank you so much for being part of this community and for joining me here every single day. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway this coming Friday. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dearest friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed week.